Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video we are going to learn how to install Jmeter and just have a look and feel of how the Jmeter interfaces looks like. So before we get into our video, please subscribe to my channel for more videos and updates. So Jmeter, when we say it's a performance testing tool which is used as an alternate open source tool. So to get started with JMeter, like we need the Apache JMeter file and Java SDK, which is mandatory for it. So you can go to the JMeter website to download the latest version, which I have already opened here. So you need to go over here, go to the binary field here, and you can download the Linux version which is TZZ or the Windows version .zip and download to your local computer. So once you have downloaded it, unzip the file. So once you unzipped it, you can copy and paste it in a file, preferably in a C drive or somewhere. Like create a folder. I created a folder on a training. I kept the whatever was unzipped from Java JMeter into this file. So you will have all this list of files been unzipped from the file which we have downloaded. Okay. So so just have a look on it. Go to this bin file and check if there is a bat file which is says Windows batch file, and you can see a jmeter file which is a jmeter.bat files. Okay. So if you have this file, this is the file which we'll use to launch the jmeter. Okay, so as I said in early, you need to download the Java JDK as well. So if you launch without installing JDK, it is going to throw you an error. So best is go to the Oracle website and get the latest JDK, which is fine, but we can use anything which is greater than 8. But we have till 15, so better go for the latest one, which can be useful for other tools as well. So this is the website, and I will place the website of JMeter and the JDK in the description of the videos. Okay, so you can go here, download, click on download JDK, it will get in downloaded. Again, unzip the JDK version. So the configuration of JDK is similar to how each of the Java versions we have been using. So you need to go to My PC and you need to go to Advanced System Settings and you need to go to Environmental Variable and click on new. I've already added here. So basically you need to click on New. You need to give the variable Java home and you need to give the path where you kept the JDK. So you you can see it's like here you need to give till JDK underscore 50, which is a folder under which the entire JDK is placed. So you need to place this here as well as in the system variable path, open the path and add till bin slash. So it's the next one level down, give this path in the system variable as well. So remember it, you need to add a user variable java underscore home without bin. You need to give the main folder of the JDK, and in the path you need to add path you need to add into the system variables. Go to path and create and click on new button here, and you need to paste the path with showing the folder which is inside bin of the JDK. Okay, so this is kind of a prerequisite which you need to complete in order to install and play around with JMeter. Okay, so it's all done from my end. So now what we will do is we'll go to the place where the jmeter bin is. I said, right, you need to check if there is a jmeter.bat file. So we'll just double click on the bat file. You will see something getting executed and wow, that is Apache jmeter. Okay, so when you open the jmeter, right, the look and feel is not going to look this way because there are a lot of look and feel and see here Dragula. So you will get something like this view, but better like I like is something which is Windows Basic or Windows Classic. But you can go to something like if you are using IntelliJ to look into that building or Dracula or something, so you can change your view according to your look and feel. So I basically like Windows, so I'll place it over here. Okay, so this is the tool which we are going to work on. Okay, so basically to run a performance testing, we need to plan the test. So planning here basically means we need to plan like how many virtual users we want to add, how many times you want to run it, how many iterations you want to run it. So all those things we need to configure. Also, we need to record or manually write the steps of execution, what all assertion as we need to make if there is any assertions. Basically, that will be part of your non-functional requirement. So each non-functional requirement will have some all those details which I have said, right? So based on the requirement, we need to configure mm, the test cases so that it meets the requirement of the performance testing. Okay. So, and one more thing which you need to keep in mind is like when running the performance testing, you'll not see the actual execution. So like in Selenium or UFT, when you run the test cases, you actually see the screen moving in like URL opening, logging into the site, purchasing something, adding to the cart, and then a logout transaction, closing the browser. But in performance testing, we are not going to see anything. Okay, so so we'll go in detail of how it is executing in the coming videos and you can see how it is done. But just keep in mind like this is where we'll keep the time tracking. So when we execute, you will see the time executing over here and you will see the number of failures and this is the last 0 by 0 is the number of virtual user. The last video says how many virtual users are in the system and the first before the bar says how many virtual, yeah, it is saying here, right, running thread by total number of thread to run. Okay, so here it is the error logs. Okay, and this is the time which is spent after in running the test cases. Okay, so that's on this part. We'll go in detail more. So next, if you see these options, let's see, this is the new plan. Then we have templates. So templates are kind of predefined structures like what we should be have in a performance testing. So we can have, as I said, we can have assertions, we can have configuration to do, we can have uh, number of steps which are predefined by the project. Like okay, we need to have all those things. Okay, so based on the requirements or the projects might have some specific templates which need to be followed and that can be loaded and we can update those. Okay, and like yeah, test results also, like there are different type of test results which can be shown. So if they want a unique template to be followed, that can be imported and done. So this is open to open the existing cases, save button, cut, copy, paste our usual thing. This is the run button basically. We can run the test case over here or we can right click over the threads and run it. So threads we have not created it, we'll go in detail on it. So this is clear the logs, clear all the like we can select one and clear or clear all to select all the logs, search, reset or basic options. Okay. So Mm, so run as I said, you can run over from here also, from here also, and you can create from the thread also. You can run it. Okay. So what is thread? Okay. So as I said, right. So you need to say how much virtual user want and how much time internet you need to run it, right? So that's defined in thread. So by default, you will see a test plan. So you can rename the test plan however you want it, like some I can say it is demo test. Okay, so Then you have a field where you can define the user-defined variables. Well, yeah, we will work on user-defined variables more in upcoming video, but this is one of the places for a global user-defined variable. But you can create local also user-defined variables, and yeah, there are options like you can import user-defined variables from an CSV file. We will see more on it. Okay, so all those things are possible through Jmeter as well. Okay. So when I click on this, okay, the name got changed now. Okay, so because I updated it, so you will see add options, open options. So we'll see the add options. So as I threads is where you give the count. Okay, so basically when we create a test, there should be at least one thread to run it because it will say how much you're going to run it, right? So we will see in more details and each of the fields of the thread we will discuss in the coming videos. So this is just an overview what all elements we have. We have a config element where you can config the data, your HTTP request and JDBC connectors, some random variables, user defined variables as I said. Okay. And listeners is something where is the result tree basically how you want the result to be a graphical view or how you want it you can as a table. Basically we'll be using a table or a summary result. That's what we use it, but yeah, we can try other options as well. So we have a timer. It's not something which you can say the wait time or something. Pre-processor and post-processor, as the name says, pre means before running the test cases, so you can set the user parameters like the input, and post is like what you want to extract from the result for analysis. So you can extract the XPath, you can extract the JDBC post, like you can get something from the databases, and all those things can be done. Assertions. So as I started with it, so there are different types of assertions that will be kind of what is the expected result, which will be part of the non-functional requirement. Based on the requirement, we can add assertions. So there are size assertion, there is a response assertion, there's a duration assertion. So like if you say there is the test needs to run for a certain duration, the response should be back like 10 seconds. So you can set the duration as 10 seconds. So if the test case is taking 11 or 12 seconds to give the response, it will fail the test and it will indicate that it's failed. Okay, so then there are other elements. So one of the main thing is the non-test elements. We'll be using this test script recorder in the coming video, which will record your test. So this will record both HTTP and HTTPS connection. Okay, so this is just a classical overview of how the JMeter look and feel looks like. In the coming videos, we will go through each of them. We will record the test cases, run the test cases, add assertions, add controllers, and see how we can run a performance test using JMeter. So please again like the videos if like the content which I'm sharing so that I can create more videos, as well as subscribe to my channels to get updates on the upcoming videos. Thank you guys.